In the bustling city of Enugu, Pastor Chinedu was a rising star. His church, Fire of Grace Ministries, overflowed every Sunday. People adored his fiery sermons, his polished suits, and the way he shouted, "Can I hear somebody say amen?" But behind the pulpit, Chinedu had a dark secret. While preaching holiness, he was secretly preying on the married women in his congregation. He was smooth, charming, and manipulative. To one woman he would say, "Pastor Chinedu," whispering, "The Lord told me you are special. If you sow into my life, your marriage will prosper." To another, he would promise, "Don't tell anyone. This is a spiritual covenant between us and God." Slowly, he entangled himself with several women whose husbands trusted him, women who came to him for prayers only to be deceived. At first, nobody suspected. He was careful, but secrets cannot remain buried forever. One night, one of the women, overwhelmed with guilt, confessed everything to her husband. The man's world collapsed. In rage, he confronted 2 other men in the church, and to his shock, their wives had the same story. The men formed a plan. On a hot Sunday morning, after the service ended, they stood up in the middle of the church, blocking Pastor Chinedu before he could leave the pulpit. Husband 1, shouting, "Pastor, you have been sleeping with our wives. Do you think God did not see you?" Gasps filled the church. Members looked at one another in shock. Husband 2, furious, "You call yourself a man of God, yet you are a wolf in sheep's clothing." The congregation erupted. Women cried, men shouted, some rushed toward the pulpit to drag him down. Pastor Chinedu tried to defend himself. Pastor Chinedu, stammering, "My brothers, these are lies. The devil is using you to destroy this ministry." But when one of the women stood up, trembling, tears streaming, and confessed publicly, everything fell apart. Woman, crying, "It's true. Pastor Chinedu deceived me. He told me it was God's will. I was blind." The entire church erupted in chaos. Some fainted, some screamed, some hurled insults. Ushers could not control the crowd. The elders of the church stripped him of his title right there on the altar. He was disgraced, beaten by angry husbands, and thrown out of the building like a common criminal. News spread like wildfire. By evening, every corner of the town knew about Pastor Chinedu's shame. The church crumbled. Members left. His name was a curse. His once glorious life of suits, cars, and power vanished. He became a wandering man, moving from place to place, begging to preach. But nobody wanted him. And years later, broken and abandoned, he was seen on the roadside, drunk, muttering Bible verses to himself. The people shook their heads and whispered, "This is what happens when you mock God. You cannot use his name to cover sin and expect to escape."